All right, guys, so let's analyze Nvidia. And here's Nvidia. So we are on the weekly time frame. So first of all, we have to break it down first. So we need to analyze from the higher time frame right down to the lower time frame, which is the daily, 4 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 15 minutes. Okay, so we have to find the trend first where Nvidia would like to go. So basically, we have the bearish trend. Why is this? Because we have the higher high, higher low, then the higher high, higher low, because it stopped right there, and then it did push back up, is the higher high. So if we look at on the right-hand side, we do see a bearish engulfing weekly candle. And the bearish has engulfed the remaining left 3 candles right here, 1, 2, 3, and actually 4 as well. So it did break down. So we are in a bearish trend on the weekly time frame. So if we look at the daily time frame, so on the daily, we have the higher low, higher high, and here we have a double top, and then we broke through of the higher low, and we are in the bearish trend. So on the 4-hour time frame, we have also a bearish trend. Why? Here's the higher low, and it started from here and pushed it all the way up, get the newest higher high, it came back, higher low, it break through, so we got a new higher high, and then it did push it all the way down. So from here, where the higher low started, we broke the support level and moving downwards to the bearish movement. So this one is considered as the lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and so on. So now, in these 3 time frames, the largest, the biggest time frames, the market is going down of Nvidia. So the lower time frames, 2 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, I can see it immediately that is also in the bearish trend which is the lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So this is like a staircase going downwards and not upwards. And it's the same thing with the 1 hour time frame. So since we know the trend that is going down instead of up, we have to find the support and the resistance level, which I have already marked up. So you guys can see right here, the number 4, the number 2, the number 1, which means basically the 4-hour time frame, the 2-hour time frame, and the 1-hour time frame. The D stands for the daily time frames. So most of the support and resistance level, they align with all the other time frames, which means the 4-hour time frame, the 2, and the 1. And I can show it to you right now. So if we look at on the top over here, we have the 4-hour time frame. And as you can see here, it has built up a resistance level, which is here. It wants to push up, it failed, came back down, push it back through. There was probably a liquidity grab, and then pushed back down, it went up, and it failed. So now we have 2 points that beautifully holds up the resistance level, and then right here as well. So we have 3 points, 3 touches that can be considered as a resistance level. And then on the 2-hour time frame, we have the same thing right here. We have the resistance level, 1 point, failed. 2nd point, failed. This one can we consider as a touch on the resistance or support level? Not really, because it is a little bit far away off from the resistance or the support level. But this one I would consider because it came back up, push it back down, want to retest, and push back down again. And it's the same thing with these two. So we have a beautiful, strong support resistance level on the 2-hour time frame. And the 1-hour time frame, it is the same thing right here. Push up, failed. Push up, failed. Push up and failed. Push up and failed. Push up and failed. And this is a very critical part. So sometimes just because it broke through the resistance level, it doesn't mean it wants to go further up. So this is another liquidity grab. Or we also can consider as another resistance level, which I can drop right here and right now. So on the 1-hour time frame, actually, there is a new resistance level, but the 1-hour resistance level is not as strong and reliable as the 4-hour daily and the weekly. So can we draw it as a resistance level? Yes. But I would cautious about the lower time frame of the support level, unless you are a scalper or intraday trader. So moving on. And it is basically the same thing with any other support and resistance level that I have just shown to you. So I don't want to make the video that long and that boring. So I can just like give you a quick look how I drew. So on the daily 4-hour, 2-hour, and the 1-hour, all these time frames aligned to build either a support level or a resistance level. So right now, since we are under this area of interest, right? So we are at the resistance level right here. So the 4-hour, it went up, it failed. It went down and failed, came back up. Went down, it failed and came back up. Went up, failed and came back down. And you see all the price action, all the points that it has failed on the same level on the 4-hour, on the daily, on the 2-hour, and the 1-hour. All right. So where does Nvidia go? Do we buy or do we sell? So for right now, it is obviously a sell. However, over here, the 4-hour, 2-hour, and the 1-hour time frame, it's a strong support level because it came back down, it failed, and then it came back up. So now we are above from resistance to a support level. If it holds up in the next coming days, and it's going to go around like this, there is a chance that we are moving back up, okay? But if this support level can't hold the selling pressure, it goes back down. So 4-hour time frame, what I can analyze is we either go for a buy, but we have to wait, or the second option is we are selling, but then the candle has to break through the support level of the 4-hour, 2-hour, and 1-hour time frame. And this is our next target profit, which is reaching to the next support level. And this is actually the same thing for the buys. So that would be around here. And then the next one right over there. Okay. So this is my analysis that you always have to take in consideration of two options, buy or sell. All right. So on a 2-hour and 1-hour time frame, it still wants to kind of going down. But if you look at more on the 30 minutes, 15 minutes time frame, the EMA has been hovering now under the candles. 30 minutes, the same thing. But it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. So let's wait and see in the next coming days whether this support level around 178 can hold up in order to get a buy. If not, then get a sell. Okay? And as always, you execute, you gain, you succeed. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.